Emergency gun meme review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Today we've got a good news video, which never happens. At least I feel like it doesn't happen very often. That's right, we had a completely different video planned for today, but something happened yesterday that we just had to talk about. David Chipman is gone. White House to withdraw nomination of David Chipman to head ATF in face of bipartisan pushback over his gun control advocacy. We won, Mr. Stark. Yes, Joe Biden's nominee for the head of the ATF or AFT, whichever one it is today, David Waco Chipman, by the way, big star of the channel in the last few months on gun meme reviews, apparently is out of the runnings. Breaking. White House to withdraw nomination of disgraced David Chipman as head of ATF. Oh. Disgraced David Chipman. That has a really good ring to it. Now, if you think this entire video is just going to be dabbing on David Chipman, then you're right. You're pretty much right. I never thought I would do that on the channel. There's a couple of serious things that we should talk about as far as what this means going forward and such, but right now, let's take a fucking victory lap. I don't want to play with you anymore. Bye, Woody. And this one just makes me feel good. I know there's the phrase about don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but in this case, there was no bathwater. It was a toilet, and he was a piece of shit. So I feel like we did the right thing. That analogy worked way too well. The 2A community, David Chipman. I don't get to say this often, but I'm so proud of this community. This is not a fight a lot of people thought we were going to win. I was really hoping we were going to win this, considering how much I have openly talked shit about the guy who is potentially going to be the new head of the organization that determines if I have a business or not.
Not a great plan.
But luckily this time, it all worked out. For now. We've got a bunch more memes, some relating to how this affects things going forward. But first, time to thank our sponsor. Today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends has a whole world of amazing looking champions, all from their own unique faction. And these factions have a lot of lore. Use my links down below to download Raid for yourself, either on your mobile phone or your PC. Dwarves have their own rich history within the world of Teleria. Dwarves are one of the later factions added to Raid's lineup of over 600 characters. There are evil-looking ones, noble, barmaids, sorcerers. Feels like a whole society. Now, why do I like Raid? For me, Raid is a great way to kill time on my phone on the go. If I ever get bored, I just whip it out and play with myself or others online. You know, leveling up my champions, battling other players, that sort of thing. And this month, Raid has just released a huge Doom Tower update. There are 2 huge new bosses to take on, Astranik the Dark Fae and Bommel the Dreadhorn. And if that's not enough, there's a special event with a brand new feature, Super Raids. Super Raids allow you to double up your rewards for hitting dungeons and massively speed up your progress. So if you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic hero Chinuru, plus 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. So just click the links down in the description and I'll see you in game. So here's one from El Prez's statement himself, or at least whoever the hell actually writes his statements. Unfortunately, Republicans in Congress have made clear they intend to use gun crime as a political talking point instead of taking serious steps to address it. That is why they moved in lockstep to block David Chipman's confirmation. Am I out of touch? No, it's the Republicans who are wrong. Nah, it couldn't have been that he was just a terrible candidate for the job. Also couldn't have been that you actually had enough Democrats in the Senate to have pushed this through anyway if he didn't suck so bad and made it so that they didn't even want to vote for him. It's those pesky Republicans. Gun owners, march safe from David Chipman nomination. Yes, we are safe from David Chipman's nomination. And this is where we talk about the other part of that. This one comes from Papa Plaid himself. This is a victory, but don't get complacent. Until next time, and I'm sure the comments are already full of this already, but let me go ahead and address it. Yes, this is a victory, and it is important to celebrate your victories. This is a win, treat it as such. But it's not the end. We won the battle, but the war is definitely still on. We just have to remember to keep fighting battles like we fought this one. We really came together. The Firearm Policy Coalition did an excellent job. A bunch of other groups did a great job. You guys contacted your elected representatives and said, we do not want this dude. And what do you know? It worked. Let's do that again. When cynical gun owners say that we'll never prevent Chipman, the brace ban, or the receiver redefinition. Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down. No, but it does really frustrate me because I understand the cynicism. Like, we've had a lot of bullshit shoved down our throats. At this point, being in the gun industry is a lot like being a porn star. You just kind of get used to constantly being fucked. But this does show it's not all doom and gloom, and what you guys do with reaching out in these ATF comments and reaching out to your elected representatives and fighting this stuff, it actually does make a difference because we did win. But there's always a new threat, like one you guys probably may not have heard of. If a new ATF director isn't appointed in the next 23 days, Rule 34 of Article 2 of Clause 2 of the United States Constitution states that the Speaker of the House may appoint nominees to any vacant positions. Google Speaker Pelosi Rule 34 to find out how you can help fight the liberal takeover of the ATF. I'm going to do you a favor, stop right there. Don't Google it. I actually don't know what comes up if you do. Yeah, I'm not even gonna fucking Google it. This is a meme, by the way. This is not a real thing. They're just trying to get you to Google Speaker Pelosi Rule 34. And if you're unfamiliar with what Rule 34 is, welcome to the internet. It's a hellscape. Have fun. White House to withdraw nomination of David Chipman to head the ATF in face of bipartisan pushback over his gun control advocacy. This is good, but it can be better. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I believe I said that right. I've read it a lot, never said it out loud. Introduces bill to abolish ATF and auction off confiscated firearms. Not gonna fucking happen, unfortunately. Not even close. But one can dream. Plus, it's a good idea anyway to just keep throwing stuff out here like that on the offensive so we can stop playing defensive so damn much. And who knows, with all these states getting constitutional carry and pushing back against federal gun rights, man, I'm actually starting to think we're starting to get some shit back. Call me an optimist, but it's a nice thought. Chad, U.S. gun owners. You can't defeat me. I know, but he can. UN Arms Trade Treaty. If you haven't seen that yet, I would suggest looking into it. Biden administration has gone to the UN on the idea of their cooperation in helping us with our gun violence problem. You know, maybe it's time for those memes about blue helmet target practice to come back. And here we have the good doctor, Senator Rand Paul, just looking at all the guns at Joe Biden is going to try to ban. For one thing, Rand Paul, just pretty based. Secondly, something I'm not sure why we weren't aware of before, but damn, Rand is thick. The man's been working on those filibuster muscles. I just kind of threw this in the end because I kind of just wanted to start that meme. Also, I get to talk about the fact that I actually got to meet Ron Paul for the first time down at the YIL convention. Super cool, somebody who's been a big inspiration for me in a lot of ways, and I know a lot of guys that are more libertarian leaning. Ron Paul is like an OG. Small government, pro-gun rights. Hell yeah. I was there to do a panel with Mr. Guns and Gear and Rhonda Mary, but I also did a speech on the main stage, just talking about gun rights and how you guys can stay involved in the fight to preserve the Second Amendment. That speech is going to be up probably this weekend on the B channel. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to leave the link down in the description and in the pinned comment. I'm wearing at least a suit jacket, so I guess that kind of counts. Seeing me be formal is scary. But yeah, I hope to have that clip up so you guys can kind of check it out if you want. I just think it's really important that, you know, this whole video, it's the whole point of it, I guess, is to celebrate our wins, but always be prepared for the ongoing fight, because this is something that is not ever going to stop. But your help with getting involved, getting your friends involved, can really make a difference, and hopefully, like I said, we can stop playing defense so damn much and start going after the shit that we want and getting rights back. So anyhow, that was this episode, Emergency Gun Meme Review. I hope you guys had a good time. I appreciate you watching to the end of the video, and as always, I'll see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top. But I can't let you